Magandang umaga. Ang ating pag-usapan po sa ngayon ay yung kaso ni Joel Villanueva na kung saan siya po ay na-dismiss from the service nung panahon ng November 2016. Siya po ay na-dismiss from the service sa kaso po na Napoles. Kumbaga, ang akusasyon sa kanya ay kanya pong nakipagkutsaba siya kay Napoles na yung PDAF fund niya bilang CBAC party list congressman ay pinagamit niya, binigay niya kay Napoles at kunwari inimplementa at pinatupad pero ang katotohanan ghost projects. So iyan ang pinakaunang ghost projects. So dahil diyan napatunayan ni Ombudsman, pero hindi natin alam siyempre kung tama o hindi, but the truth of the matter is nagkaroon po ng decision ang Office of the Ombudsman sa panahon na si Conchita Carpio Morales ang ombudswoman. At kanyang dinesisyonan na guilty si Joel Villanueva sa sala na pakipagkutsabahan at malversation. So ito pa, basahin natin ang kaso niya. No? In November 2016, Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales ordered the dismissal from public service of Joel Villanueva, who was then a senator at the time when the decision was issued. But that case occurred by reason of his being the representative of CBAC party list. The dismissal was based on findings of grave misconduct, serious dishonesty, and conduct prejudicial to the interests of the service. So, allegations involving the PDAF. The case involved the alleged misuse of 10 million pesos from Villanueva's PDAF, or Priority Development Assistance Fund. The funds were intended for agri-based livelihood projects in Region 11, but the beneficiaries listed were not residents of registered voters or were not registered voters in the area. Local officials confirmed no such projects were implemented. The areas chosen were unsuitable for farming, being dominated by banana and coconut plantations. So, it's a question of fact kung totoo yan o hindi. So, kung totoo man yan o hindi, that is the point of appeal ni Joel Villanueva. Basahin natin yung balita na nilabas noong November 14, 2016. Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales has ordered the dismissal from service of Senator Joel Villanueva after finding him guilty of grave misconduct, serious dishonesty, and conduct prejudicial to the best interest of the service over his alleged involvement in 10 million pork barrel scam as a party list lawmaker. The dismissal order against Villanueva was approved after the Ombudsman found him and 9 others liable for the supposed misuse of the PDAF allocation in 2008 as the congressional representative of CBAC party list. The senator is set to face trial before the Sandigan Bayan for 2 counts of violation of Section 3E of the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act or Republic Act number 319. One count each for the malversation of public funds and malversation through falsification of public documents. Also included in the charge sheet are former Department of Agriculture Secretary and now Bohol Representative o dating Bohol Representative si Arthur Yap. So kasama niya sa kinasuhan. Si Villanueva staff Ronald Samonte, DA employee Delia Ladera, NABCO representatives Alan Havillana, Romulo Relevo, Maria Julie Villarelbo, Johnson, Rodora Mendoza, and Maria Nines Organieso, and Aaron Foundation Philippines, President Alfredo Ronquillo. The charges against Villanueva stem from the supposed irregularities that the Ombudsman found regarding the utilization of the 10 million PDAF allocated by the Department of Budget and Management released on June 10, 2008 for the implementation of the agri-based livelihood projects in various congressional districts in Region 11. Villanueva asked Yap to release his PDAF allocation to National Agribusiness Corporation as the implementing agency for the project. With AFPL, a memorandum of agreement was signed by Yap and NABCOR on June 19, 2008. After the MOA was signed, Villanueva's PDAF allocation was spent on pichay, radish, sitaw, okra, hybrid, yellow corn, seedlings, liquid fertilizer, and threshers from MJ Rickson Trading Corporation. The items procured were supposed to benefit the residents of the municipalities of Pantukan, Nabunturan, Tambungon, Bungabong, Napnapan, Mipangi, Anislagan, and Magsaysay in the Compostela Valley province. The Ombudsman's investigation, however, showed that not a single name on the purported list of beneficiaries was registered or was a registered voter or resident of the province where the project was supposedly implemented. Local officials also certified to the absence of any agri-based livelihood projects implemented. So ito ang bakit sa guilty. Ang mga pangalan na nilagay ni na police doon ay ano pala, hindi walang invento lang pangalan, so ghost project. At nag-certify din ng mga official doon sa lugar na yon na walang proyekto na gano'n na in-implement. So furthermore, the ombudsman found that the localities chosen for the project were not suitable for farming as the vast majority of land is occupied by banana and coconut plantations. So documents obtained by craft investigators showed AFPI had no financial capability to implement the 10 million project since its capital stock was only 68,000 pesos. MJ Rickson, the supplier of the seeds and other farming materials, could not be located in its business addresses in Martinco Street, Malabon City. Neither is the business entity licensed by the Fertilizer and Pesticide Authority nor registered with the Department of Trade and Industry. To show his 10 million PDAF was utilized, Villanueva and his correspondents supposedly submitted fabricated and undated documents such as accomplishment reports, disbursement reports, acceptance reports, and liquidation documents. However, the COA found several irregularities in the project that it issued a notice of disallowance on it in 2014. Villanueva said in a statement that he will leave it to the Senate President Aquilino Pimentel III to act on the Ombudsman's order. I already filed a motion for reconsideration before the Ombudsman and will leave it to the Senate President to act on the Ombudsman's order. In any case, my faith is strong in the judicial system and time justice will be served, Villanueva said in a statement. He said the order was based on an old case and that the signatures of the documents were forged, which has been proved by the National Bureau of Investigation. But Morales said that under the congressional pork barrel system, it is the legislature who exercises actual control and custody of the PDAP share. She said Villanueva and his correspondents disregarded laws and regulations by selecting the NABCOR and AFPI to implement the livelihood projects. NABCOR officials were likewise scored for accepting the accommodating Villanueva by facilitating the processing and approval of the PDAP's releases. NABCOR officers did not even bother to conduct due diligence audit on AFPI as to its technical and financial capability and simply accepted and relied on the representations of Villanueva and AFPI to undertake the projects in the contravention of existing procurement laws. So, yan po ang kaso ni Joel Villanueva, ladies and gentlemen. So, with that, kung implement yan, ay dapat implement. Ang problema lang ito sa rules of procedure ng Office of the Ombudsman sa Administrative Order number 7 ay kapag may decision sila, kaagad-agad final, kaagad executory kahit inaapila. Yan ang issue dyan. So, ang tanong, i-kuan ba yan? Implement ba yan? Actually, ito ang problema ngayon ni Joel Villanueva. Kay ito naman sinabi niya, no, dahil pinag-initan na siya he is opposed to the administration of Marcos. Ang problema lang dito is ginagamit na weaponizing ang itong order ng ombudsman. So dahil nag-ombudsman sa seremonya, nakita mo ng agenda niya, ito kitang-kita na. Neutral naman ako rito pero magbibigay lang ako ng opinion ko rito. Ang tanong naman dito is tama ba yun na ipatupad? Kasi nagdesisyon na yung Senate President noong araw ng 2016 hanggang ngayon na hindi pa patupad. Pangalawang issue dyan, bakit hanggang ngayon wala pang decision sa motion for reconsideration kung meron man? So kung wala, inapila pa yan. Inapila pa ba sa Court of Appeals? So kung walang apila, ay ibig sabihin saka pala magiging final, magiging executory. So ang tanong ngayon dyan na mag-away-away ay pwede bang mapatupad ni Remulla ang utos na yon. Pakinggan natin muna yung ito.
Ombudsman Boying Rimulya says he will write to Senate President Tito Soto to enforce Senator Joel Villanueva's dismissal from public office. In a television interview on Thursday, October 23, Rimulya says the letter requesting the enforcement of the 2016 order should have been sent long ago. Rimulya says he will send the letter to Soto on Friday, October 24. In 2016, former Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales ordered the dismissal from public service of Villanueva. This was for his administrative liability over the allegedly anomalous use of 10 million pesos from his Priority Development Assistance Fund allocation as a House member. Villanueva served the Citizens Battle Against Corruption representative from 2001 to 2010. However, the Senate did not implement Villanueva's dismissal order as its members at that time agreed that the Ombudsman lacks jurisdiction over members of Congress. Morales held Villanueva administratively liable for grave misconduct, serious dishonesty, and conduct prejudicial to the interests of the service. The complaint against Villanueva was in connection with the alleged irregular purchase using his PDAF allocation of vegetable seedlings distributed in Compostela Valley, now known as Davao de Oro. The case arose from Villanueva's request on June 12, 2008 to release 10 million pesos of his PDAF to National Agribusiness Corporation. The National Agribusiness Corporation was tapped to implement the project together with Aaron Foundation Philippines Incorporated as partner non-government organization. At the time, Villanueva had said the evidence against him was supposedly fabricated. In a message on Thursday, Villanueva describes Rimulya's move against him as harassment. The Commission on Elections says it will publicize the list of contractors who donated to candidates in the 2022 elections.
Hindi naman wala naman kinalaman sa ating ko ngayon yung ibang marita dyan. So anyway, ang pinakatanong nandito, pwede ba maipapatupad itong sitwasyon? Noong nilabas ang desisyon, noong November 14, 2016, ay ipinatupad pero nagpalabas ng utos ang Senate President na si Coco Pimentel na hindi na ipapatupad at may sarili silang check and balances, independent ang Senate, hindi pwede mautusan. Okay. Pangalawa, ang problema sa order ng Ombudsman ay order pa lang, nagsampa pa ng motion pre-consideration si Joel Villanueva. So ang tanong, pwede ba ipapatupad kung nag-motion pre-consideration? So ang sagot dyan ay nakasalalay sa mga ganitong katotohanan. Number one na katotohanan, may inilabas na memorandum order ang Ombudsman sa panahon ni Noynoy na ang mga desisyon ng Ombudsman kahit pa sinampahan mo ng motion for reconsideration ay ipapatupad. So, ibig sabihin, kahit nakaapila ka pa, ipapatupad. So, ang question na yan is, sigurado ako magiging isang malaking tanong yan sa papunta sa Supreme Court. So, ngayon, pangalawang issue dyan, kung napatupad ng dating Office of the Senate President, gagawin ba ng present Senate President? So, ibig sabihin, very obvious na tumutupad lamang ang Ombudsman kung anong sinasabi ng Senado. So ngayon, pag inilabas ni si Soto yan na ipapatupad niya, edi mapupulaan naman sila, madadagdag ngayon ang problema ni Bongbong Marcos. Na lahat dito ay bakit double standard kayo? Sa kay Imelda Marcos na nasintensya na Sandigan Bayan, bakit hindi pinapatupad? Marami pang ibang hindi pinapatupad. So, dito ngayon, maglalaban-laban ngayon. So, dito makikita ang kulay ng politika sa matinding pamamaraan. So, with that, yan lamang po ang aking iwan na ito kasi i-discuss ko mamaya. Okay? So, Ron Robert Go, mga bobo daw. Regine Ford, good afternoon. Ron Robert Go, Senator. Judas. So, ngayon mangyari dyan, si Joel is Lord. Delikado ka. So, Lyro Advance, wala tayong pag-asa sa administrasyong ito. Rodi Rabi, ayos, tanggalin si Villanueva sa Senado. Isa ring kurap. Tapos si Antonio Rafael, ingat lang sila Soto, baka bilangan ulit ang mga boto sa nakarang eleksyon. So, Senator Judas, 18 Senator Judas, Ron Robert Go, gipitin ninyo si Villanueva para pumanig sa majority para sa impeachment. Ready na, yan ang target nila. So, Ron Robert Go, tandaan nilang walang power ang Ombudsman magtatanggal ng senador, presidente at congressman. Michael Dexter Garcia, good day Sir Toto. Ililihis ni Rimulya, billion ghost project. Para hindi maimbestigahan ng billion kasi kabilyon na iba, magaling na panglihis to Ramos Tanyo, ang galing ni Rimulya pero si Romualdez at iba pa nga korap, hindi niya hinahabol. So, Robert Go, tapos sabihin di sila weaponized, sinungaling. Aladdin Dael, good morning Sir Toto. Kausing, shout out, watching from Neom, Tabuk City, KSA. Tapos, Rodi Rabi, Pastor, si Batad, nagbuang nagid. So, Elisa Balagso, pwede yan. Tapos, Helen Bagyo, hello po, good morning. So, naimbag nga bigat. Hapon na, malim na. Jurim, naimbag nga Aldao, Kabsat, Doc Engineer Toto, Solid Duterte, catching from Ilocos Norte, mga Marcos talagang magnanakaw. Never again to Marcos. Marcos resign now. Inubos na nila lahat ng pwesto sa Ilocos Norte. Art M, pati Ombudsman, bubo din. Marilyn Bundok, Doc Toto, ikaw na sa Senado. Sige, tatakbo ako sunod. Pero presidente para hindi si Sara. Jason, Dr. Toto, mas matapang ka pa kay Tulpo. Ganun ba? Tulpo, wala namang kwenta yun isulbong niyo si Tulpo kay Toto Ron Robert Go, Marilyn Bundok. Hanggang dyan na muna tayo. Mamaya babalik tayo. Marami pa tayong pag-usapan. Maraming salamat!